All my whiteboards, this may be the most simple, but don't let that simplicity fool you, because the simplicity of the corruption of the rule of law I'm about to describe is what makes it so brazen, so over the top. Let me walk through a quick hypothetical. Imagine you have a judge on a panel of 7 judges. Actually, let's make them justices, a Supreme Court, really important body, right? So we have a justice. What if this justice is the beneficiary of a trust in his name that he benefits from? Well, obviously trusts have trustees that have the legal duty of looking out for that beneficiary and that trust. What if one of the co-trustees ends up having a case before that judge and this panel before that court? Because the co-trustee is a party, a defendant, a plaintiff, or even has a major interest in the result of a case. Well, obviously we would say about this judge or justice, well, they have to recuse from the case. That's not fair. That's a conflict of interest, right? And the Chief Justice should replace this recused judge with someone who's neutral, right? I mean, that's common sense, ethics 101. In Ohio right now, this exact situation is happening with the Ohio Supreme Court. It's not a metaphor, it's actually happening. There's a justice named Pat DeWine. There's a trust named the R. Patrick DeWine Trust. One of the co-trustees is Mike DeWine, not only his father, but the governor of Ohio. And because he's the governor, he ends up in front of this court all the time as a party, a plaintiff, a defendant, or also has a major interest in the case. And unlike common sense and ethics 101, in some of these very important cases, the beneficiary and the son will not recuse himself, and he keeps ruling in his dad's favor. By the way, it doesn't make it better that it's father-son relationship. That's worse. That doubles the conflict. But in case you think this conflict is some sort of Ohio-based issue or legal nicety, let me talk about a couple examples where this conflict is playing out. One, he could end up being the swing justice in a few months on whether or not the gerrymandered U.S. House map for Ohio is constitutional. Is his dad's map constitutional? That could impact the majority of the U.S. House going forward. He also could be the swing vote in whether or not dad's abortion ban is constitutional or not in Ohio. So there are massive consequences to this blatant conflict of interest. That's the bad news. The good news is he's on the ballot right now. You can end the conflict yourself by making sure he's not reelected to this court.